So hello everyone. So in this video tutorial, we will be seeing how we can create a trigger send form, and when we submit that form, right, we get an email using Ampscript. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, we will need one email, right? So let's begin by creating the email. So I think we can use this particular email, right? Flat 20% off, which was previously created. So let's use this particular email only. Okay, that would save some time. Of course, you can create the email also by clicking on here and clicking on email, and you can create. Okay, so secondly, after we create the email, right, we need to create the data extension. So here I will be creating a data extension. So since we will be okay, um, okay, let me reload. Okay, so since we are creating this for the trigger send, right? So we need to choose this option, create from template. Okay, so and we will come over here and we'll choose trigger send data extension. Okay, otherwise you won't be seeing that in the trigger send definition. So now test trigger D. Okay, that will be our D name, and we will just have this field. Okay, let's say name, email address, and subscriber key. I think that will do, and we can click on complete, and now we have our data extension created. Okay, name, subscriber key, and email address. Now we will create the triggers and definition. So here uh, let's say I am creating it, and I am creating a new folder here, giving it like test, and here I will have the triggers and definition. So I will give it a name like test trigger. Okay, send classification, I will leave it to default. uh, Email, I will choose my email, and here uh, I will choose the data extension. So okay, so as you can see, right, there are three data extension here, but since I created only this for the trigger send, using the trigger send template, So if you see here, only I see only one over here. Okay, so I choose this one, and that's it basically. I click on save. Okay, choose a list. So I will choose all subscriber here. Okay, and now I will click on save. Okay, so here now this one I have saved it. Now I need to start it. Okay, so unless you start it, it won't be active. So I have started it. Okay, and I so now it's in this running status. Okay, and our email, I suppose that's my email, which is the email name. So this one should be triggered on form submission. So let's go to cloud pages, and I will create a collection, my cloud page. That's the collection name I'm using. And here I will create two pages. One is form page. Okay, another page I will create, which is thank you page. So in form page, we will have our form basically. So I will remove all this. I will give HTML tag, head, and body tag. Here I will have a div. So I will use bootstrap. So get bootstrap. Here I will take this link, and I will put it in the head. And here I will use like class. Okay, so here first I will use like style display flex. Okay, justify content center, align items center. So this will bring it to the center of the screen. I will create another div. This will be class container, and style width will be 800 pixel. And here I will have a form, and here method will be post, action will be here I will put the thank you page. Okay, so URL I will put it here. Label will be name, input type equals text, class form control. Okay, place folder I will give enter name, and this will be a required field. And then I will have email, input type equals email, class form control, place holder will be enter your email ID required. And one more will be submit button. Okay, so here input type equals submit, value equals register. Okay, and we will have a class of btn, and I can give it like success. Okay, and maybe style we will remove the border, so border radius 0 pixel, and we will also have a margin of top, let's say 40 pixel. Okay, and here within the container we will have a tag, let's say uh, please register to receive 20% coupon in your email. Okay, and let's publish this, and let's see how does that look. Okay, perfect. So this is our form, and the thank you form, thank you page, it will be okay. So I will be having the head. Here I will have the bootstrap link. In the body I will have maybe H4 here. Thank you for registering. You should receive a mail with 20% coupon. So our email has, I think, 20% coupon. Okay, so here I think this email has a personalization like name. So that means here, okay, it's exactly name. Okay, so this needs to match, otherwise the email will not give the personalization. So thank you for registering. You should receive a 20% coupon email shortly. Okay, and that's it basically. Okay, so here our first work will be when we submit it, we should get the data here, right? So here let's do like their name and email, set name equals request parameter name, set email equals request parameter email, and basically first time we will do is we'll just print name. Okay, and just to make sure that the data is coming. Okay, so we will have like v at the rate name, and the same code here, only we will change it to email, and let's copy this and let's publish it. So here I put the in the action, right? I put the so I put the email, the URL of the thank you page. Okay, make sure you put that. Now I will reload this and I will submit it. Okay. Hmm. Okay, we get a 500 error. Why is that? Oh, there is a inverted double quote missing. Okay, sorry. Okay, so here I will submit it again, and it is showing like thank you for registering. But where is our name and email? Oh, okay. So we are expecting name and email here, right? But we haven't given that in the form. So we need to give that in the form. Okay. So here we need to give it like name equals name and name equals email. Okay. And that's it. It will now work. Oh, I will get back, reload the page. And I register and I can see my name and email, right? But now the email code is not there in the thank you page. So what we will do, so this is the trigger send code, okay. So let me explain quickly what will happen is, so here we are defining the trigger send like trigger send like create object trigger send, and we are creating like the create object trigger send definition. Okay, so as I go along, I will explain this. So what will happen? Set object property. So here we are. So first, let's use this 4 line of code. Okay. So here first, as a first step. Okay. So here this here what will this 4 line of code do? So basically, it will create the triggers and object, it will create the triggers and definition object, and basically this third line, it is linking the two, the triggers and definition object which is ts to the triggers and object, right? The triggers and definition object which is td, this one def, with the ts which is the triggers and object. Now which triggers and object we want to link, right? So for that we need to set the customer key of the trigger send. So how will we do that? So we will get it from interaction triggered email under test, and we will get the external key from here, and we will put it here. Okay, so now our we have the triggers and definition. So we are setting this object property to this particular triggers and definition. Okay, now we are good to go with the next step. So next step is we need to create this subscriber. So when we trigger email, we need to make sure that it enters the it has some subscriber attached to it, right? And it gets added to the all subscribers. So for that, here we are creating the create object subscriber. So basically we are creating an object of the type subscriber, and we are basically giving it a property. So a subscribe, so these are the properties of subscriber, by the way. Okay, so here we are giving it a subscriber key. So subscriber key, it can be contact id also, it depends on what you are giving. Okay, in this case I am giving the same thing which is email, but it can vary, okay, from use case to use case. Okay, so here we are giving the subscriber key, we are setting the email address, okay, which is again email. So this is done. Now we will give the attribute. Okay, so we are creating a object of type attribute. So we are creating a object of type attribute. So what object? So we are giving it like name. So this name, so this name will match with your data extension name, right? So that is the attribute, and value will be name. Okay, so we are setting attribute. Okay, so what is the attribute? That is name. And what is the value of that attribute? That is the value of name, right? And then we are now, this attribute is created. With whom to bind this attribute? So we are binding. So whose attribute is this? So this attribute is of the subscriber object, right? So we are binding this with this, basically. And then we are basically invoking, right? So invoking the trigger sent. So we are finally linking the subscriber object, because we haven't linked that anywhere. So we are linking the subscriber object to our trigger send object. Okay, so here add array object array item. So basically it is linking the trigger send object to our subscriber object. And then what we are doing, we are doing invoke create. So we are invoke create, we are invoking the trigger send. Okay, so that's it. Let's run and see if it works. Okay, so also we need to one more thing. Since we have multiple fields over here, right, subscriber key and email address, we need to add this attributes. Okay, so although it is this is there, but this is adding in the all subscriber. So I will just duplicate these 4 lines, one time and two time. Okay, and here I will give it name like this. So I will give it subscriber key. Okay, and here I will give email, and here I will give again another object, this one. So I will give email address, here email, and that's it basically. Okay, so let's publish this. So now let's reload the page. So now I'm giving the name, and I'm giving a email where I will receive my email. Okay, and I submit it. So it is telling thank you for registering, you will receive an email. Now let's check our data extension whether the data entered or not. So the record entered. So we have name, subscriber key, and email address. So we should be getting one email. So let's just wait. And by the way, you can track that here. Okay, so in under this definition, okay, I'm just refreshing the thing. So here, if you see, completed now is 1. Earlier it was 0, right, because we just created it. Now it is 1, which means the email has been triggered. So we should have got the email. So this is the email. I got it just now, 0 minutes ago. Okay, and this is the email. So, and it is also getting personalized, right? So it is telling hi Prithviraj, which is in my data extension. Okay, it's exact same name. So it is taking from the personalization string. So it is taking from the emails personalization string, and this name should match with the this variable name, right? It should match with the data extensions variable name. In this case it's same. So we, and I'm getting this email. Okay, so hope you like this video. So thanks for watching.